You having a stressful day and need a few laughs? Well, you come to the right place. Myself, Lyrican, Mr. Tony Raw, and Jimmy Jam are three fathers formerly in the music industry who have a lot to say. So sit back, sip your cup of coffee, and welcome to the shenanigans.
All right, 5, 4,
Welcome
3.
to the Coffee Break Podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Coffee Break Podcast. You got the Brustello brothers and the Caucasian persuasion himself. I am Lyrican.
I'm Jimmy Jam.
Mr. Tony Raw.
Cheers, my brothers. Cheers.
Caucasian persuasion.
Caucasian
Hey.
persuasion.
Like that.
Hey,
Very
I
good.
mean, you know, how's everybody?
Do you sleep or do you think?
I got a list of
Get a
these
word
right
in.
here, man.
I'm
I got-
sure you do.
Let me go to
I
my
got a list of
joke
nicknames.
page.
All right, so I'm very interested in hearing these answers. I'm gonna start with Mr. Mahler first over there. If you could travel hot tub time machine back in time and talk to 18-year-old self you with the knowledge you have today, what would you tell yourself? Would you change a lot of things?
Well, stop doing that. You will go blind. Would be number one. No.
Is that why you wear glasses now?
That explains it all.
Ha
Let me get to this. No. Oh, all right. What would I say? I would tell myself to travel as much as possible because as you get older, you can't take that luxury to do things like that. I mean, you can, but reality sets in. I would definitely tell myself to attend college, even for just a few years, just to get that life experience. Because I feel like I missed out on that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just probably take a few detours that I should have, went a different route in life. But everything that I did led me to where I'm at. So I don't know how much I would change.
Well said.
I wonder if you would tell yourself to not look at the door and scream like a girl when you see the shadow walk in the door after checking everything to make sure it was safe back in the day. Make sure you don't hit that Mariah Carey high note. You made Mariah Carey jealous, buddy. Now, we all know Tony Raw. Tony Raw would go give himself that almanac. You know how they did in Back to the Future where they told him all the World Series? What else? What would you do,
Definitely
Mr.
went back
Raw?
and-
18-year-old self. What would you say?
Well, what would I tell my 18-year-old self? Don't do it. Run.
What?
Run. You idiot. Run. Faster. No, I definitely would have made a lot of different choices in life and my professional life. And oh my God, I could talk about this topic for an hour, but no, just maybe like Jimmy said, like the whole college thing. Yeah, I didn't go to college either. And I mean, I started working the day one after high school. I was in the workforce from the jump, and I wish maybe I could have lived that. I lived that life for a little bit, but I was in a college town living the college life, but I wasn't going to college with a bunch of my old friends. But yeah, I think education wise, I think they've taken advantage of that in some way, not college, trade school or something. And then just personally, yeah, a lot of different changes earlier. But then again, as Jimmy said, I mean, I wish for those changes, but now it's like, you know what? All that happened for a reason. So that's why I'm here now. And, I'm alive while I'm breathing. So I guess I should just be thankful for what I have now. There you go.
Very well put.
What about you, Lyrican?
I went to college, but I went to just a regular community college. I think I would have went more to a trade college because I knew more than the professors that were teaching me graphics and advertising. I knew more than them. I was teaching them things. So why am I paying college for me to teach the teacher? and it really drew me off to college. And I only did 1 year of college, so I tried to transfer out, but none of my credits transferred, so it kind of threw me off on college, and I never went back. I probably would have started taking graphics serious earlier. But other than that,
Yep.
I think all right. Little cliff notes here and there, you know.
Yeah,
Probably
but
wouldn't have beaten up on Tony Raw as much. Yeah, I think I would have been a
Then
lot
he woke
nicer
up
to
from that
Tony
dream.
Raw. No.
I need that abuse, man.
So
I needed that.
I remember the one time we were in the back of your house and we had a few too many drinks, and I forget what you said, and you said I could take a full on tackle from you, and I think I planted you on the ground. Do you remember that one?
That was one of the worst days of my life.
Well, the next day,
Yeah, Big Tough Tony. Then that boy picked me up. Oh my God, he body slammed me.
Yeah.
And I was speaking in tongues. I was like, and in the morning, I could not get out of bed. It was horrible.
I get
Of
a
course,
full on
it was the
like
next
4-page curse out text message. That was great.
I was not happy, but I learned my lesson. I was like, all right, the young boy can't take me down. So, oh my God, that was horrible. Flashbacks now. Look at this.
That's great.
Yeah.
So, talking about our childhood and kind of now we're like grown kids, so we love Batman. We all think Batman is probably one of the best non-super powered superheroes ever. So we have a lot of different iterations of the live action version. Mr. Mahler, who is your favorite Batmans? We're going to stick strictly with Batman and the Dark Knight live action.
Okay.
Now, should we
Well,
reiterate the difference between Batman and the Dark Knight first for the audience?
Well, yeah, there's definitely a huge difference between the two. I don't think they go hand in hand. I think there's Batman, and then I think there's the Dark Knight trilogy, which is a whole different way that they, the series. But I think my favorite Batman is Tony Raw trying to tell that joke.
Trying to tell the Batman joke. Oh, I hate you.
So
Yes,
pretty much,
I was
Batman is Batman is the more comic book guy, and the Dark Knight is more of the gritty, harsh version of Batman. The Dark Knight for people. So, who are your favorite versions of those two? Pretty much.
Batman to me will always be. I mean, I know everyone will disagree. They'll say Adam West, but Michael Keaton to me was the best Batman.
I can see that one.
Moment of silence.
I think I would say
he's debatable.
Michael Keaton would be first. I don't know. I just like Michael Keaton's Batman. I think he brought it to the big screen, even though Adam West brought it to the big screen prior, in small cinema.
Yeah.
But I think the way they did the Batman back in, the 80s, which is their surprise. No, hands down.
Well, I'm gonna have to agree with Jimmy. Keaton's my favorite, and I have a second favorite, but you guys might disagree. But what's his face? Ben. What's his name? Boston Boy.
Ben Affleck.
Thank you. Believe it or not, he's number 2 to me.
Over
Keaton, I think he was the best.
Keaton was probably good. I say after Keaton would be Christian Bale.
Oh, Christian Bale would be my second.
Yeah. Adam
That's
West would
like
be
saying
third for me.
Yeah, I'll go with that. Adam West would be third. I would say George Clooney in fourth.
Nipple Batman?
Nipple Batman.
Was that in the credits underneath?
That was
No, that was
it was a big thing because it was the first Batman suit to have nipples. Of mine. That was I don't know why I did that. I just
First thing I thought of. I couldn't help it. Nipples. Jeez.
yeah, that was a big thing because his bat suit was, a little designed
To
anatomically correct. It wasn't a Ken doll.
right. It wasn't a Ken doll. Yeah. Come on, people. Really?
yeah. And number 5 would be debatable. I mean, right now, I guess you would put Ben Affleck there. Until I see what Twilight does with his iteration of Batman, which I kind of think he's going to quickly jump up from the trailers and the snippets that I've been seeing. I think he's going to jump up pretty well, surprise everybody.
Yeah. I think Robert Pattinson will make a great Batman and an even better Bruce Wayne.
He's got that little mysterious side. You know what I mean? Just from the whole Twilight saga, I think he's like. I think you guys are right. I think he's going to fit in just fine. And actually, he might even do it better than the rest.
But, I think like Michael Keaton to Christian Bale is a lot like saying Jack Nicholson to Heath Ledger. I mean, they were both. Jack Nicholson was a great Joker, but Heath Ledger took it dark.
Oh, he made it really dark.
I mean, even darker than Joaquin Phoenix, I think. But I know people would disagree on that. So
Yeah, but Jack Nicholson, man, he was great. He freaked me out when
I
he
think there's
played.
a bat in my belfry.
Oh my
Now-
god!
Now, is the Joaquin Phoenix the origin story of the Heath Ledger Joker?
Joaquin Phoenix is no his. I believe his story is the prelude to Jack Nicholson's Joker.
You know what? You're right. Yep. I got that. So
Yeah, that kind of makes sense.
You're right.
That makes. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah,
Well,
Yes.
Holy
I don't
Rusted
think
Metals
that's a fact
Batman.
I don't.
Well, I got a great question for you guys.
Don't you miss those cheesy?
Well, pow, wow.
Yeah.
See, but saying that, if you wanted to say who was the best comic book Batman, Adam West,
Yes.
because he was the closest thing to the comic books.
Yeah, it's the OG anyway.
Except I hated the eyebrows.
Just like saying, I mean, I look at Michael Keaton as I do Christopher Reeve. Yet there was George Reeve, who was the original Superman back in the 50s.
Right.
Christopher Reeve's father. So
I agree. You got that.
True.
I know I do.
So
I hit the nail on the head.
I didn't go in there. So proud. So proud.
Mr. Tony Raw,
Yes, sir.
you've DJ'd, you'd opened up for a lot of celebrities. You've been amongst a bunch of celebrities and idols of yours.
No doubt.
Have you ever been disappointed in meeting one of them?
Yes.
Would you like to elaborate? Yes, elaborate.
Honestly, well, Tone, you were there, so you know exactly what I'm talking about. Me and Lyric in there were actually opening for an act that I've looked up to since. Tone, are you confused?
Nope,
Might
I
be
got it.
mixing two dates up. Am I?
No, this was in
Okay.
York, right?
And York, Pennsylvania. We were opening up for a. I honestly can call him a matriarch of hip hop in the Puerto Rican world. He was the very first Puerto Rican rapper to actually go gold and platinum, and just we all looked up to him. And we had the opportunity to open up for him in York, Pennsylvania, at a smaller venue, and we did. And well, Tone might have a little different way of explaining the story, but I know the guy I'm speaking of is Fat Joe. We went to the show, and I guess the show wasn't as large as I guess the venue wanted it to be. Now, was that anyone's fault? No, that was the promoter's fault, because honestly, I don't think anybody even knew about it. A very small percentage of people showed, which doesn't matter. We still put our show on. We still did our thing. We had the best time. And you know what, Tone? I'm mixing up two stories now, aren't I?
Nope.
I'm mixing up two separate nights.
Nope. Same night.
You sure?
This was the yeah, but it was split. It was split into two nights because they had the sneaker venue the day before and then the concert the day after.
Oh, that's right. And he came for the concert.
Yeah, he did both. He showed at the sneaker event and then he came afterwards for that.
Well, my big thing was just to meet the guy, just to see face to face, shake his hand, and that's all I needed. I don't need to sit down and have a conversation with him. You know what I mean? He's got better things to do. Well, we attempted to do that, and where is he? His guys are like holding everybody back. Mind you, there wasn't a million people there. It was a small little venue. It was like a little dip. And I didn't get to meet him. Tone, did you even get to see him face to face?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Tone's like, anyway, so I mean, I don't know if it was him or I don't know if it was his security or whatever it was, but we didn't get to meet him. And mind you, we were the opening acts for the show. So of course, the guys that actually perform at the show, they have a little more access. They can go backstage and blah, blah, blah. But we didn't get that opportunity. And I was a little hot because that was like the night I was going to meet Fat Joe. Finally, it's been, I don't even know how many years. It's been 15 years since I was a fan of this man. You know what I mean? And I didn't get to meet him. And then he was kind of, when he got on stage, I think he started to show off a little cocky, but like he walked out like he gave that look like, what's this place? You know what I mean? So I think everybody in the room kind of took it to heart, like, oh, what? Our little crowd's not good enough for you? You know what I mean? Like, Tone, can you continue on this elaboration of the story, please?
Well, mine actually, with the same exact person, preludes of that event. I was on the set of the music. I was on the set on the music video with him, Nori, Capone, Melly Mel was there, and there was a few other cats there, and Nori was cool. I dapped up Nori, dapped up Capone. Hey guys, how's everybody doing? Just showing love to everybody. And here he comes. And mind you, I'm in the scene where he's in it. I'm in the front of the barbershop. He walks through, He does what he does, and then he leaves. And then we all end up in the bodega. I just said, hey, nice to meet you. Oh, everybody's bothering me. Super diva-ish. And I'm like, I just said hi. I just said hi. I just said, what up? Nice to meet you.
I'm not giving you my mixtape. I'm not trying to, shine you too.
I didn't want. I think that'd be the most annoying thing in the world. Just be hand. Oh, listen to my mixtape. I'm hard. And at that point, I was still hardcore into doing my music thing.
Yeah.
But I was out there. With actually, rest in peace, Shiz Dollars. Me and him were in the front of the barbershop together. You can look at the video now. It's up there, and it's a great music video. But it kind of soured me on him. And then I was like, all right, well, maybe he just had a bad day. He had a bad day. And then preludes to the sneaker vest. And I'm just like, that's 2 for 2. I'm good.
Yeah. Not cool.
No.
When your idols become your rivals. Nah, it's not that extreme. Sorry.
Nah. It just put a sour taste in, especially with like just small, because there was not a lot of people on the video shoot. They kept it closed. I mean, I think it was a maximum of 20 people.
Yeah.
But,
they kept it under control.
Yeah, it is what it is. Keep it moving.
Drama. Jimmy, what about you? You got a story?
Just when I met Mr. Tony Raw. That was biggest disappointment of my life.
Really? What did he do?
I heard he was a jackass.
I heard the same.
So uncomfortable. No. No, I never really. I mean, I've met quite a few celebrities, dancing and stuff like that, but no one ever really threw me off. It wouldn't be a celebrity, but the only story like I have was I was a kid. My brother and my parents took us to this place called Fantasyland. It was like over near Gettysburg. I know, Tony, you're thinking this is like my happy place, but no.
This is where all my dreams came true.
It was called Fantasyland, and we were. It was like a cheap Hershey Park, and they had for their dress up like characters. They had these panda bears, and they had a mama panda bear, Dada, and a baby.
Boys and girls.
Yeah. Like, hello, boys and girls. And
Panda,
we were
panda,
walking,
panda,
and Jeff and I were
panda.
like, I mean, we were young. My brother and I were maybe 32. No. No, we were little kids. And my dad and mom were there. And, that we went, my mom wanted us to go get a picture with these panda bears. So Jeff and I walked over and asked to get our picture taken with the panda bear. And guy like in the suit kind of pushed us away. He's like, I'm on break, kid. My dad wanted to beat the hell out of this panda bear. It like turned into this big thing.
I'm on break, kid. He's smoking a cigarette.
He's like, hey, kid, I'm too busy.
Get out of here. I only get 30 minutes.
Jimmy's heart was broken by a panda bear.
Never gonna live that story down.
The panda bear had a bad Santa moment.
Yeah, he was a bad Santa. A bad Santa.
Horrible.
No, I
that's
all kidding
funny.
aside, Derek Jeter was the worst I ever met. Derek Jeter was the worst.
Derek Jeter, of all people, America's. Did you ever see that movie? He's a biracial king, or what is that movie called?
He was a complete jerk.
Well, he plays for the Yankees.
Why?
What do you
He didn't
expect?
what? Hey.
No, we were down on the first baseline, and it was way before the game. It was out in Pittsburgh, and he was just standing there against the wall, and we were trying to talk. Hey, do you mind signing this for us? And didn't have time. Everyone else did. He didn't.
Hollywood.
You know what, Tony?
Put him on a bad day.
I don't want Jimmy to feel left alone by getting attacked by a fictional stuffed character. So I have beef with Silo from the Barnstormers baseball team.
That damn Silo.
He had the nerve to hit me with his rear end. Yeah, he was a jerk.
Silo of all people. Really?
I didn't want Jimmy to be on the ledge by himself.
But you wanted to feel make him feel left out. The panda was mean to me.
Years of therapy, guys. Years of therapy.
I'm still getting over it. Damn
What,
panda.
10 years ago? 10 years ago?
Yeah, it's 10, maybe 5. I don't know.
I was 28, 30, 4, 7. I don't know.
Oh, man. So I have a
Anyway, enough about the pandas.
I have a hypothetical question for you guys. So the lottery was huge not too long ago. It was like $1 billion or whatever it was. What would you do if you hit the lottery and didn't have to go to work anymore? I'll let you guys pick who wants to go first.
I'll go.
Tony, go ahead.
If I won the lottery and it was $1 billion, million, zillion dollars.
You would get an eyebrow reduction.
Yeah, that's probably number one. Look at these things. Oh my Lord, caterpillar mania. I'd probably, honestly, Any other schmo would say, "Oh, I'm gonna go buy a yacht and buy a mansion and buy 20 cars." I wouldn't do any of that. I wouldn't want anyone knowing that I won, because the second they know you're some type of millionaire, billionaire, an instant millionaire, everyone comes knocking on your door, or everyone starts calling you. You find out you got family you never thought you had.
Yeah.
Right? That's the last thing. I don't want anyone to know anything. I want to play dumb. I want to hide the money. I'm going to invest the money wherever I can properly and just live. Will I work? Nah, I won't work. I'll make it seem like I'm working, but I'm not going to work. I'm just going to live off that. If I, come on, you got $1 billion. You don't need to work. It's pointless. But I would do something that would keep my mind still working. If not, forget about it. But honestly, that'd be the last thing I would want anyone to know that I had, because that's just an unstoppable door of people just showing up trying to be your best friend. No, thank you. I know one thing. I would take care of family. I like pay off like all my family's houses, and
That's what I would do.
any kind of anything they need in their homes or in their personal life. That's the first thing I'll take care of. And then after that, that's it. I'm going to act like I don't even exist for my safety and my family's safety. So I'm not playing that game.
Can we get Jimmy a tanning bed?
I don't think they make one that strong. The wattage on that, forget about it. Oh, God.
You better leave Jimmy and his vampire skin alone.
Oh, my Lord. Sorry, Jim. Couldn't
It's
help.
all right. It's all right.
Look, it's all right. It's all right. Jimmy's going to show up at our houses at night one day for what you said.
I was just thinking, what would I do if I won the lottery? Get the hell off this podcast.
Forget about these get rich money schemes. Get out of here, losers. I'm taking a permanent coffee break.
I think I would do it, take care of family. Anyone that has been instrumental in my life that helped me, I would definitely turn around and help them. Anyone, my close friends, my relatives, make sure everybody was taken care of. I wouldn't go buying the yacht or anything. I'd build a nice house for my family and I, and I'd still work and probably, just because I'm not one that can sit around.
Yeah.
So I would have to be doing something. And I don't know. I'd probably give back as much as possible. Like, not financially, but, volunteer, because I'm going to keep the money to myself. No.
I know what you can do, Jimmy. I know what you can do.
A spray tan?
No, you can buy Tony Raw a gold record so he can stop being jealous of yours.
I need a gold record on my wall. That should be your first purchase. No questions.
Yes. Okay. That'll be
right. And I want it addressed from your son.
You had your family picture taken with him. So.
And I want that family picture below the gold album. And I want gold teeth in the picture.
To my papa.
The world's greatest Spanish dad. There's a picture of Tony.
Perfect. I love that. What about you, Tom?
Let's see. What I would do is, the hell with both of y'all. I'm buying a yacht.
Are we invited?
Yeah, maybe just one time.
Yeah, maybe. So thoughtful.
No, I would definitely do the typical, get a beautiful house for my family. You know what I mean? Buy Tony Raw hair plugs and make sure everybody's taken care of,
Love that.
And then buy the yacht and a fancy car.
And then buy the yacht.
Maybe a spaceship. I don't know, something, a damn giraffe. Buy a giraffe and call it Shorty or
the
something
Iron Man
like
suit.
that.
I don't know. Whatever it takes.
Anthony will sound like the guy from Joel's. I think I need a bigger boat.
I think I need a bigger boat. I love it.
I'll do
yeah. Leave it to Jimmy to bring back the 80s pop culture. I'm telling you. Like the guy from Jaws. Not the guy from Footloose. How about Flashdance?
There's Anthony pouring the water on himself.
You hear him go, ah!
I would drown myself probably.
Do it again, Jimmy. All right.
Oh man! So we're near the end of this podcast. So just like every podcast, you guys have any final things you want to say? We'll start with the Caucasian persuasion himself.
Well, thank you very much. Well, hello there. Very bad. I would I just like to say this is a great thing with you guys, and I look forward to it. Thank you for including me and always having my back as my friends and as my brothers. So thank you.
Of course.
How about you, Eyebrow King?
I think we... Hold on. I just want to give Jimmy a hug. Look at his face. I love you, man.
Love you.
Me, I just shout out to all the viewers, listeners, all that. Our social media platform has been growing, which we're very, very thankful for. We still need you guys to subscribe to our YouTube page, our Instagram, our Facebook, and then we have an announcement. Tone, I'm just going to make it now. Our official website is being created right now, so the .com will be live soon, and we'll let you guys know that in the next few podcasts. So you guys have a centralized place where you guys can go and check out all our past stuff, our current stuff, and just all the silliness that we have in between. So look out for the .com coming soon. Yeah. Pay attention. Jimmy's bio is like, I have to buy extra web space because he goes into, oh, my first puppy was Fluffy. And he made me very happy. Oh God, Jimmy, you got to put all that stuff.
I don't think we have enough gigabytes for that.
No, we don't. I had to buy like 3 extra servers just for his page.
How does he have a 42-page biopic on himself?
I have no idea. He talks about everything. And the first fish I caught in Greenfield, it was the best day of my life.
My first grade teacher made me who I am, and I want to thank her.
And that damn panda bear.
The panda pushed me. Anyway, Tone, go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, let's give a shout out to our wives for letting us be shenanigans on the internet.
Yes, please. Thank you, wife.
And
thank you.
Letting us be retarded on YouTube.
Yeah.
And I think they do that so they can watch what we're doing and make sure we're not being excessively.
Hold on, let's do that. Beep. I love editing.
I want to thank everybody for listening to another episode of the Coffee Break Podcast.
All right, gentlemen.
Make sure you subscribe.
Salud.
To your favorite podcast streaming service.
Salute.
Of
See you on
course,
the next one.
follow us on all social media platforms and like and subscribe to us on YouTube. Thanks for tuning in to the shenanigans.